So it's true. I actually quit land flipping a long time ago, but not in the way that you think. I stopped chasing deals. I stopped forcing deals to happen. I stopped being in every single part of my business, and I started focusing on leverage. You see, what I used to do and what most people do is they focus on deal after deal. It's the stress to close every single deal versus building systems to make sure that every single deal closes. Building best practices to make sure that every single deal closes when it's supposed to, and when it doesn't, how do we learn from it? What I used to do is say, oh my God, if this deal doesn't close, then I'm not gonna be able to do it. If this deal, oh, I need this deal to close, is all this stress. And then one day I just sat down and I was like, I don't wanna live like this. I don't like this. So I quit doing it. And I said, you know what? Instead, let me focus on going back to all of our data and figuring out how can we best practice closing deals on a consistent basis. So I started focusing on the system itself, and I stopped focusing on every individual deal, every individual seller. I started treating the deals as a product as opposed to, this is the most important thing in my life, and if this doesn't close, then I'm not gonna be able to, and this is how most people think. And when you begin to think like this, then what happens is you'll never be able to scale your business. Most people just talk about, oh yeah, this deal, that deal, this deal. Yeah, but what about the system? You did it once, but can you build a system to do it 100 times? Can you build a system that makes you millions of dollars over the course of a couple years? Most people cannot, because most people are so in the weeds and in the ground of each deal. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love doing deals. I love each and every individual deal. It's great, but it's also just a product. And so when you productize the deal and you start to see it as a conveyor belt, just as how Coke bottles are filled with Coca-Cola, they go on the conveyor belt and they go out and they're shipped. That is the process. So just how that's the same way that we send out mail, we send out texts, leads come back, they say, fuck you, fuck off, blah, 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 I don't like you, whatever, you're a scammer, this and that. The same exact way, all the process, great, okay. Until one lead or two leads or five leads comes in and says, yep, I'm ready to sell, but I want this price. Okay, well, what is your process for each one of these parts of the business? And the majority of people don't have that. And so that's why it's just for you. It's like a deal here, a deal there. And I wasn't going to do that anymore. I didn't want to run my business like that anymore. I didn't want to just do a deal here, a deal there. I wanted to do deals consistently. I wanted to build a system that just did deals. And I didn't have to worry about this deal or that deal. It's just like, we're just consistently doing deals. We've built systems to do deals on a consistent basis. And when you do that, then you're able to live a life that's peaceful, that's purposeful, and that's profitable. And I didn't want to live a life that wasn't those things. I didn't want to live a life that was chaotic, that was filled with anxiety, that was filled with stress, that was filled with lack, that was filled with, if this doesn't close, I can't do what I want. I can't buy food. Who wants to live like that? You don't want to live like that. So instead of that, you have to go back and figure out where you've been successful, build systems around them. If you need help building a system, this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. So book a strategy call me below. I'd be happy to help you implement systems into your business so that now it's not just about each and every individual deal. It's more about the entire machine. You're building a machine that's doing deals. So then it doesn't just become about each and every individual seller. You've built a machine that knows how to cultivate relationships with sellers on a consistent basis. The way you think about this business is as successful as you're going to be. The way you think about the product is as successful as you're going to be. The way you productize everything is as successful as you're going to be. And I had to realize this and learn this the hard way from being like, you know what? No, I'm not going to stress myself out anymore on each and every individual deal. I won't do it. No, we're not going to do that because, okay, great. Something is going wrong. What's our system and what's our process for handling that? And when you do that, when you build up those things, there's no stress. There's no stress. I'm not worried. Okay, cool. This thing, there's a problem with this deal. No worries. We'll still get it done because we have a system to get it done because we've done this before. So this also just comes with a ridiculous amount of data. So that's why I don't stress it. That's why I don't stress it, because it comes with data, it comes with learning, it comes with knowledge, and you want to live a life that's just, it's just peaceful, man. It's peaceful when you're no longer worried about each and every individual deal. And so if you want to build that kind of system, feel free to book a strategy call below. I'd be happy to help you build that. I've helped many of my clients do the exact same thing, live a peaceful, purposeful, and profitable life. And if you want to be next, I'll see you soon.